Y'all, Elon Musk just face planted into the biggest pile of internet drama doo-doo that he instigated with one of the most popular left-wing creators and is now blowing up in his face over a video game. Let me explain.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm under attack by the real president of the United States of America, by the wealthiest person on the planet, Elon Musk.
That is popular left-wing political commentator, influencer, and Twitch streamer Hasan Piker. He's the nephew of Cenk Uygur of the Young Turks, and his saga of battling right-wing nutjobs on the internet, including Elon Musk, goes back years. But today, his internet drama beef with Elon got taken to a whole nother level that now has Elon wishing he never started in the first place because Hasan proved to everyone online, including Elon's sycophantic fans, how much of a lying billionaire bitch boy he is. If you don't like profanity-laden internet takedowns of billionaire Yahtzees, you should probably head out now. But if that's up your alley, then drop a like, subscribe, and allow me to weave the insane saga of the beef with Hasan Piker that Elon Musk wishes he never started. And before we dive too deep into Hasan's takedown video titled Dear Elon Musk, here's a bit of key background about where this beef started and the type of right-wing lunatics it involves.
We gotta talk about the so-called anti-woke video game culture war once again sparking up because of the game Assassin's Creed Shadows. But really getting into this weird, funny place, right? I mean, it's gotten to the point where even the company behind the game, Ubisoft, has waded into the trenches and they're clapping back at self-described anti-woke figures and defending creators like Hasan Piker. Right? But to fully understand how we got here, we also have to go back a little bit. But really, if you're at all into video games and also somewhat online, you've probably at least heard about some of the controversy. Because really, ever since it was revealed that the main characters of Shadows were a woman ninja and a black samurai, the so-called anti-woke people have kind of been at the game's throat. And while there are several things that are hit on, mostly they claim that the game is forcing the black character Yasuke into a prominent role when the game is set in feudal Japan. Now with that, Yasuke is based on an actual figure and there's a lot of historical debate about him, but the most commonly accepted thing is that he was given at least some kind of status in Japan and likely a samurai. But, regardless, it's a game about a secret society of assassins and there's bound to be some creative liberties, right? And that was all before the game actually even came out. So, ever since its release this month, we've seen figures in the anti-woke gaming sphere like Mark Grumm's Kern continuing their crusade against the game's so-called woke aspects. For example, they bashed that both characters had same-sex romance options, and so when Hasan Piker did a sponsor stream of the game, it was like a perfect storm for them.
Right, so enter far-right snowflake side villain to the plot, but now back to our protagonist for a bit.
All of this started when baby formula breast milk stealer of Blizzard, allegedly, Grums, a 60-year-old man, decided to post this. You can tell a lot about Ubisoft at Ubisoft with how much money they are throwing at terrorist platforming streamers. Elon Musk, being the absolute loser that he is, that spends way too much time on his own platform that he purchased for incredibly narcissistic reasons, turned around and replied to it saying, Hasan is a fraud. Then he doubled down, double tweeted, and said, sellout would be more accurate. Objectively, he's promoting a terrible game just for the money. To which I screenshotted and quote retweeted, this literally paid someone to power level his character in Path of Exile 2, Lamau. What do you mean I'm a fraud? Elon, I challenge you to a duel in Elden Ring. I will cook your fat rolling. The reason why I said that is because Elon is not a real gamer, but a fake one. And also because From Software games are the only games that I'm above average competent in. Even though I am not the best gamer, Elden Ring is one of the games that I am decently good at. Elon Musk is also reportedly power leveled his Path of Exile 2 character to a degree where he was one of the top players, allegedly, in the entire planet. Elon Musk basically exposed how fraudulent he was in that process. But it seems that Elon had not had enough because he went back and he's still apparently crying about me. That's right. He turned around and called me a chicken shit R word. Again, 60-year-old man, by the way, just so you understand. Nobody pays Elon to play Path of Exile 2. How much money do they pay you for Assassin's Creed Shadows, says Grums. These are the real shills and grifters. To which Elon Musk replied, Hasan is such a chicken shit R word that he blocked me. And then he double tweeted again and said and showed that I was, blocking him, which I did. Of course I blocked him.
With Hasan then going on to point out one reason why Elon may be so mad at him in particular, that being the fact that Hasan had on his stream Elon's ex-partner and mother to Elon's son X to the Z exhibit, the indie music artist Grimes.
Everyone is Grimes posting in the replies. Attack is too high. The noise gets too high currently.
Why are you so buff? Is it necessary?
What? I don't know. I like working out. Now, what I find to be particularly strange about this saga is that no one is addressing the fact that I said I would have him on the stream. I would 1v1 him in Elden Ring and expose him for the fraudulent gamer that he actually is. Now, I'm rusty on Elden Ring. I haven't played in a while. I don't know what the new metas are, and I still think I could cook his ass. That's number one. Number two, if we are not going to test our mettle in Elden Ring, we could also do it as interlocutors in the marketplace of ideas. I responded to him, a 60-year-old man who's the wealthiest person on the planet and yet still a ginormous narcissistic crybaby, with this. I said, yeah, I blocked you out, Elon Musk, because you bought this website and you forced everyone to see your dumb tweets 7,000 times a day. Why do you think I'm afraid of you? Come on the stream if you're such a big man. Elon Musk, noticeably, has refused to respond to me at all. Perhaps it's because I've blocked him. So, in the interest of fairness, I will unblock him so he can reply to me directly if he chooses to do so.
And as of reporting, despite tweeting 7,000 times a day, Elon Musk, the billionaire bitch boy, has refused the challenge, just like he did with The Daily Show and Jon Stewart. But the internet being the internet, everyone and their mother had reactions to this as well.
Elon Musk, you have backed away from challenges time and time again.
All of this was already enough to make the situation spread across people's timelines, but then things really took off when Ubisoft itself decided to join in and respond to Musk calling Hasan a sellout with, "Is that what the guy playing your Path of Exile 2 account told you?" But then Grums attempting to dunk on them, responding with an article that claims Shadows isn't the success that embattled Ubisoft needs right now. But then the social media person at Ubisoft being quick with it and posting, "Our game is out," which is a reference to the fact that Grums has allegedly been developing a game for years now with no tangible progress. To which Grums responded by making a few tweets making fun of Ubisoft and their game by pointing out that an indie game that just came out is doing better on Steam and claiming that their attempts to ratio him and Musk weren't successful. And there, while it is definitely true that Schedule 1 is doing better on Steam, a game like Assassin's Creed also relies heavily on platforms like PlayStation, Xbox, and such to do well, so that's not a huge indicator. But then also regarding the ratio, it looks like he took the screenshot right when it happened, because as of recording, it is a blowout with Musk's and Grum's tweets collectively getting 81,000 likes, whereas Assassin's Creed's clapback is sitting at 585,000. And this is, they also went on to retweet their burn against Musk with a quote from their own game, which also went viral. But it's even gotten to a point where it's spawning its own popular memes, and you have people claiming that the fact that the company stood up to Musk was enough for them to buy the game now rather than wait for a sale. Though all of this is, you have some claiming that Ubisoft is buying likes and spending time on this, which is why they're in financial trouble right now. But really, we haven't seen any real proof that the likes were purchased. Not to mention that it appears that the success of Shadow has actually helped their stock. Also, with this, I'll say that it's very interesting that a social media team like for Ubisoft is doing something like this. That's kind of rare, because they're at a place where they don't want to alienate potential fans and lose sales, and so you have outlets like Forbes backing this up, writing, "It is very hard to get tweets fully approved for big name brand accounts, so to have Ubisoft social snap after months and months of harassment is something to behold."
And to me, that's just kind of hilarious, right? While Elon Musk is sinking his own Tesla company through his own idiotic actions in the real world, he's also helping other companies succeed off of their hate for him. But we can't lose sight of here the fact that Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, a 60-year-old man, is beefing with a left-wing Twitch streamer online because of his fragile, little, tiny, itsy-bitsy ego. And all of his bought and paid for followers and likes aren't even really on his side, except for this one guy from the video game company Blizzard, Grums, and as we've already seen, that guy's a piece of shit too. So I, for one, applaud Hasan for taking Elon down and doubling down on this beef to make him look like a fool, and in fact, that is a very cool form of protest that I would advocate for on the public forums of the internet that Elon thinks he can buy for himself. So kudos to every and anyone who takes to those forums to show him that he is in fact a big bitch boy. Thanks for watching, folks. Like and subscribe to get on the right side of the class war and support our grassroots-funded organization, Really American Media. For Really American, I'm Kenny Hesse, and I see you all in the next one.